Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you to our YouTube class on the topic What regulations and precedents influencing virtual digital assets in India? What are the regulations and precedents influencing virtual digital assets in India? Tonight, we will dive into the evolving landscape of virtual digital assets as we dissect regulations and precedents shaping the trajectory in India, from understanding legal frameworks to governing these assets to exploring landmark cases that set precedents. We will attempt to comprehend the dynamic intersection of finance, technology, and law in the Indian context. To this end, we are honored to be hosting Mr. Donish Shaktivats, a dedicated lawyer and advocate on record in the Supreme Court of India, actively engaged in the dynamic intersection of law, finance, and technology. Mr. Shaktivats has been working on matters related to cryptocurrency, Web3 issues, and arbitration and mediation for many years before the Apex Court and other judicial authorities, and has gained expertise in matters pertaining to the same. A graduate of Jamia Millia Islamia, Mr. Shaktivats believes in sharing his knowledge and experience, and I am excited to be hosting this extremely informative session that will certainly add immense value to our legal know-how. Thank you so much for being here, sir, and I look forward to an interesting session tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kashish. As my introduction has already been given by Kashish, I will directly go on the topic. The topic is what are regulations and precedent influencing virtual digital assets in India. Before going into the specific definition with respect to all these things, I will give you a general overview that why this regulation with respect to all these virtual assets is important right now. I will give you a little brief history that this crypto or Web3 sector started from 2008. It happened after financial crisis, the great financial crisis happened in 2008. After that, what happened? The general public started having an apprehension that their money is not safe. So they started investing their money in different uh, other options in the because the technology was also growing, so they start exploring other website and apps how they can store their money. So anonymous name, a person called Satoshi Nakamoto, from South Korea, I guess. There's no individual identity as such, but this name was a basic key figure behind launching of cryptocurrency bitcoins. This was the first cryptocurrency was Bitcoin. It's basically the basic concept behind is that these are information code, number or token generated or theory cryptographic means blockchain technology. So it is having the verification through various miners in the blockchain system, which verify the authenticity of every transaction. That is why it is so it is called a distributed ledger also. If we go by the accounting practice, the ledger is the different codes in which every person involved in that transaction is verifying that that particular transaction is genuine, and it further goes into a next chain set of chain. So this was the general starting of this concept of cryptocurrency blockchain. Gradually in 2010 and 11, this started becoming in mainstream. Like initially, the if I go by the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, its price was, I guess, hardly it was $1 in 2010. Then in 2011, 12, it started increasing, and by 2014 and 15, it became, I guess, $10,000. But in today's time, it's like growing like anything. So these all led to public curiosity that this might create their or this might save their hard-earned money in a better way, and it's a good investment opportunity. So that is why this craze for all these cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology and Web3 sector all started growing. But currently in our country, there's are hardly any regulation to support or to legalize this currency. Though we have ancillary laws to support that, like tax is imposed if you are trading in cryptocurrency, then like 30% tax is imposed on profit and 1% it's TDS. And apart from that, if you are if you are making a cryptocurrency company or startup, then the KYC should be done by in Directorate of Enforcement under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So this was a general overview, and as history has told us, whenever any new technology or new concept grows, of course, few scams and few other things happens. And I have been fortunate enough to work on few of the biggest matter in this country, which is still sub judice. So I will not elaborate much about that. Further, now I would like to go into the main case, which dealt with legality of the like like legality in the sense the uh, on the judicial side, that what was the stand taken by court when RBI released a notification in 2018 with respect to stopping all the banking bodies to not facilitate any trading in cryptocurrencies. So this case name is Internet and Mobile Association of India versus Reserve Bank of India to 2020 SCC Online SC275. This was decided by Justice Rohinton Nariman, Anuruddh Bose, and V. Ramasubramania. So this case basically is dealing with the notification which was released by RBI on circular on development and regulation with policies in which RBI raised concern on customer protection in regard to virtual currency, also known as cryptocurrency. The circular issued by RBI directed the entities not to deal with virtual currencies and prohibited them from providing service to individuals or other entities in the matter of dealing or settling cryptocurrency, because they think that the people were started losing lot of money at that point of time. Few matters happened globally and in India also. That is why RBI raised this circular. But in the counter, what happened, the Internet and Mobile Association of India, which is the pioneer body who deals with all the fintech companies who regulate all the online exchanges with respect to cryptocurrency, virtual digital assets. So they challenged this notification before the Supreme Court of India, and raising the point that this violates Article 19G1, its rights to trade and business. So, in the response, RBI gave the following submissions, that they have full right to issue this notification as per the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 and Banking Regulation Act 1949, as and the Payment Settlement Act, because they were having the apprehension that this kind of currency or this kind of system, if it start developing, it will create a parallel economy which will going to threaten the economic system of our country. So RBI was having full right and authority to decide whether it should allow this kind of business with the banking system or not. So that and finally the court decided that though RBI has few rights to control all these things, but RBI cannot decide that whether it's a legal or non-legal, because that's a part of government. So, uh, applying the principle of proportionality, the Supreme Court like struck down this circular and paving a allowing these business to flow with the banks, but till the time government does not take any stand. So of course banking system has to be cautious that with exchange of which system they have to allow with this thing in trading with respect to cryptocurrency, and in which system they have to stop. So gradually, I would like to read few of the points which they raised. Like basically, they concluded that after analysis, they held that circular issued by RBI is unenforceable and unlawful on the ground of proportionality. And the court also ordered RBI to direct the Central Bank of India not to freeze the accounts and to repay the price with the interest to the petitioner, as the account were also seized with respect to that. So this started a discussion of cryptocurrency in 2020, that government might start framing few laws, but it didn't happen till date. Though government is in continuous deliberation, even in the G20 presidency, they were having discussions that how several countries can come together and frame a model guideline. The reason is this is a decentralized technology. There is no single central bank which is controlling all this mining with respect to cryptocurrency. So all the leading G20 countries and all the other small countries which have legalized, gaining experience from that, a model guideline is in process. A synthesis paper was released in the G20 meetings, but still it is in the process of deliberation. And there are few countries like El Salvador and a few other countries, small countries, island countries, they have legalized it to an extent, and it's running quite better. So now I would like to come on the few of the provisions which that we discussed virtual digital assets. So it was first this term first coined in the budget by Honorable Finance Minister in 2022 budget speech, in which it was 30% tax was imposed. So, as per the budget, the definition was virtual digital asset refers to any information, code, number, or token generated through cryptographic means on blockchain technology. It can be transferred, stored, or traded electronically. This includes NFTs, and there is no central authority, it's a decentralized. So this was the concept behind virtual digital assets. And there are other few other points which ministries have taken, like guidelines from international monetary funds and financial action task force. Other than this cryptocurrency, there's one more keyword which is around the market, not now these days, but initially few years back during COVID times, that was non-fungible token. This is also a kind of you can say it's a creative art, which is in which its creativity is stored in the blockchain, and gradually whenever if someone wants to have a share in that, then the real owner always get the profit uh, in a continuous form. And it's also in the very nascent stage, and there are some clash with the patent Indian patent laws and NFT. But clear picture on this can only come after government brings any law with respect to it. Similarly, smart contracts, it's also it's with respect to this blockchain technology. It also uh, it is the future. It is the future of it's a fusion of law and technology, in which like small transactions or like insurance claim, or in which we have predictable outcome, it can be it codified in the blockchain, and the result can be obtained with the passage of time. So it runs on a Ethereum technology. It's a different kind of system compared to bitcoins. Now I would like to bring you on a few other small laws which are dealing with regulations. Actually, the government are in process of bringing few laws. There is a draft national data governance framework policy. There is a draft national cyber security strategy. There is a data protection act which already is in force, and the proposed Digital India Act. So government is in process of bringing a proper detailed guideline, but because they are very concerned also that it might be misused also through terrorist financing, and through it is very common in dark web and illegal transactions. So government is very cautious, is taking very cautious approach before it gets a legal a legal cover on it. Though they have given a hint that it is a good technology, the technology is in use. Even if we can have a we must have a central digital currency, a central bank digital currency. So this is only a pilot project to test the veracity, the acceptance of that digital currency, virtual digital asset type of currency in the Indian market. Though it is controlled by RBI, but they just want to test that how technical feasible it would be if in later on, if this become legally all the cryptocurrency become legalized. So this is the way to test all the all the policies. Apart from this, there are few mentions in the FEMA regulations also. There are guidelines with respect to Advertising Standard Council of India. Uh, on the tax aspect, I have already informed you that there are also guidelines for exchanges like startup exchanges. Like you must have what CoinDCX, WazirX, and other. They have initially there was no guideline as such, because of which few notices were issued to them. But now we have a system in place so that they can run their business. But few caveats with respect to that. There is one interesting aspect with respect to mining in this cryptocurrency. Basically, mining is unearthing of data. So, what happens? Cryptocurrency, the fluctuation of that amount happens in the in the background. Actually, mining takes place. So, miners are there. They unearth the data, they verify the data, and then it is placed on the distributed ledger platform. So if you can say that sometime in the market, if some big companies start accepting the cryptocurrency or a kind of currency, then you say the rise of that bitcoin, that price, that cryptocurrency start increasing. This is because the miners start believing that this currency has a trust of public at large, and therefore their verification process increased as at a very large space. There is also a concept of hash rate. The hash rate is a difficulty level. It's inversely proportionate to price of bitcoins or cryptocurrencies in general. So initially, hash rate was not as difficult, because of which the prices were not getting that much fluctuated. But with the major markets now the big companies are coming into this mining field. So now prices are getting fluctuated a lot, uh, because of which few big scams also happened. But now government is trying to control this at any cost. So these are the basic overview about the crypto field. And apart from that, there is estate and testamentary succession planning are also there. But this will be required that that concept that in case a person dies after a will, so what will be how that currency would be dwell to that another his co-parcels. So for that the concept that how that e-wallets and private keys of crypto wallets should be shared, or should be kept in a safe site, that after demise of that person, how that currency can be transferred to his whatever legal heirs are there. So we have to be aware that, because on daily basis this subject is becoming more and more interesting, and with the coming of web3 in this, the third generation of web world, uh, so it will become a it will come in the main stream very soon. At hardly 5 to 10 years, in hardly 5 to 10 years, this will become the mainstream. uh, I would also like to give you a brief background that what is Web3, because this all comes under the umbrella of Web3. Actually, the Web 1 was early 90s, when the internet came into the mainstream, and it was a black and white kind of thing. People used to only text and SMS thing. But from that, it ended in the early 2000, and from early 2000 to 2020, I think 2015, 2020, this Web 2 was going, when social media started coming and we became easily interactive to everyone. Now, the next third stage, the Web 3, it will be the most transformative form of development in web sector. It will be immersive. Like you must be heard that Facebook is creating Meta, and other companies are also trying to have a part of land in inside metaverse. So this will be a completely immersive experience in which your so-called avatars will go and shop in a virtual world. And what will happen in that virtual world, all the transaction and the shopping will be taken through only cryptocurrencies, in through a blockchain technology. So if not this generation, then next generation will definitely will have to deal with all these technicalities. That is why government and judiciary are still figuring out that how to make a proper regulation with precedents to support all these newly emerging disruptive technology. So these are brief overview with respect to regulation with respect to virtual digital assets in India, and hopefully, if some next session will come, hopefully I will have some concrete government-made law also to elaborate it further. Though we have few small notifications from different ministries and departments with respect to it. I think Kashish, if am I audible? Then I'm open to questions if anyone can ask.
Uh, Thank you so much, sir. As you mentioned, we can just open the floor for questions now. So, if anybody has any questions, you can just put them in the comment section of YouTube. Can we wait another 20-30 seconds just to see if anybody's typing?
Uh,
Uh, I just said, ki, if you don't mind, can we wait another 20-30 seconds just in case somebody's typing?
yes, no issue, no issue. I can understand this topic is not so common, so it might take some time. I understand.
Yes. So, I don't think there are any questions for now. So, maybe we can just end the session.
Yes, definitely. It was really nice for my first collaboration with Law Seco. It was really nice.
Thank you so. So we were also just like to thank you for taking your time out and contributing to this project. It really means a lot to us.
Yes,
Thank you so
we'll
much.
definitely try to extend this collaboration in future also.
Thank you so much, sir. So I'll just end the live stream.